Before a conversation even begins, before a single handshake, something already happens. An assessment, a conclusion, sometimes even a judgment. It happens in seconds, often subconsciously and almost always silently. Think about the last room that you entered. It might be a classroom, a cafe, a family gathering. Before you spoke to anyone, before anyone knew your name, something about you had already been noticed. And no, it was not your resume, not your intentions, not your values, but just your presence. We all here like to believe that we are judged through our thoughts, our words, our actions, right? But the reality is we are assessed first through how we show up. And that brings me to something that might feel very small in this world full of bigger and louder problems. Something so ordinary that we often overlook its power. Clothes. Or to be more precise, how we choose to present ourselves. Let me give you an example. I was at a family gathering a few months ago. Just a typical family evening when you recognize relatives only because your parents mentioned them to you. In that room, I saw a distant cousin whom I hadn't met in years. We didn't speak that evening, not on purpose, but our paths just didn't cross. When I got home, I realized something. I had already formed an impression of her, and I'm pretty sure she formed one of me too. There was no conversation, but we both noticed. And what was that? Something we all notice whether we like it or not. How a person dresses, how they talk, their posture, and most of all, how they carry themselves. And that is why I believe dressing appropriately is a form of respect. Respect towards the occasion, respect towards the people there, and most of all, respect towards yourself. Let me ask you all a question. How many of you all have judged someone without talking to them? We all have done it. Quickly, quietly, and automatically. Imagine I go up to a wedding dressed like I'm going for a casual coffee. I might not say anything wrong, but I am saying something. Or let's take a even better example. I walk onto this TEDx stage wearing pajamas. It would be funny, right? Even before I spoke a single word, an impression of me would already form in your mind. And let's be honest, it wouldn't be a pleasant one. Why? Not because pajamas are bad, because it is not appropriate and it does not respect the occasion or the conversation we are here to have. Interestingly, you can disrespect the moment without saying a single word. How interesting is that? Now, let me be clear, this is not a call for you all to go and shop every time for a new occasion. In fact, sustainability matters deeply today, and mindless consumption is not the answer. Intentional dressing is about awareness and not excess. And that is why when you choose properly and choose what is right. Fashion, in my understanding, is a form of silent communication. An outfit thoughtfully put together says, I have arrived with intention. A person who cares for themselves says, I respect myself. And a person who is always dressed properly is seen as the organized one even before proving it. So, my question to you all is, what message do you want to send when you enter a room? Think about it the next time. It is much more important than you all think. Studying fashion as a student of fashion communication did not teach me how to look good. It taught me how to respect myself. It taught me that dressing well is not vanity, but clarity. Clarity about who I am and who I am becoming. It taught me that when I dress with intention, I don't feel artificial. I feel grounded, aligned, and present. And sometimes that alignment is just enough to create the right beginning. Next time when you enter a room, again, think about it. Whether we like it or not, we have to agree the world forms opinions about us in seconds. They judge you. Do not think about that. Dress for yourself. Dress in a way that honors yourself. Dress in a way that honors the people that you meet. And above all, dress in a way that respects yourself. Because sometimes the smallest thing can be the beginning of everything. Thank you.